Hello students, I hope you all are fine at your home. Today first of all, before starting the lecture, you have to take a plate with me. It is guided by ICSE board, so you must have to. So you have to repeat with me. I, Manish, you just take your name. Commit to be vigilant and bear in mind at the times the risk to myself and my colleagues from COVID-19. I promise to take all necessary precautions that prevent the spread of this deadly virus. I promise to follow and encourage others to follow the key COVID appropriate behaviors. To always wear a mask, face cover, especially when in public places. To maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet from others. To wash my hands frequently and thoroughly with soap and water. Together, we will win this fight against COVID 19. So, I hope you repeated. So, today I am going to start a new lecture, a new chapter. It is a chapter number 5. It is Natural and Man Made Disaster. This is also a very simple chapter. Most of the things you already know. Only the some important events you have to remember. Remaining the parts you studied already in earlier classes. So today, okay, let's start about the introduction. So before starting, as a chapter, it is disaster. So first of all, we have to understand what is disaster. So this disaster, it is a sudden, what kind of sudden or accident event? What kind of event? A sudden means achanak. Okay, an accidental event of a great magnitude that causes what causes a considerable damage to life and property. Two types of damages: life as well as property. So generally, you have to remember these three words: sudden and accidental event causes damage to life and property. So I hope you clear what is the definition or what does mean by the disaster. Now, before it, we have to understand causes of disaster. What are the causes of disaster? So we have to know very well about what are the causes. Generally, the main two events, these are the activities of humans. These are the main problems. Okay. First of all, we can say that the urbanization. Urbanization, it means a rapid and uncontrolled urbanization, the increasing population. Then in the rural poverty and the unawareness, rural poverty and unawareness. Then another one is the mismanagement. Mismanagement of what? Mismanagement of natural resources, because the natural resources are very limited but we are not using properly. Then faulty infrastructure, because there are so many big buildings but they are not taking all the measurements while constructing the buildings, so it is a faulty infrastructures. Then major fires, either the fire from forest, either it is in building, in cinema hall, or mall and any elsewhere. Okay, so it is a major fires. Next one, it is that terrorism. Terrorism is also because due to the terrorism activity, a lots of buildings collapse or the bombarding or like that. These are okay. So because of the explosion, it is in a crowded area. It also creates a huge disaster. Next one is insufficient policy. Insufficient policy, it means the policies are not proper according to the according to population, because sometimes population policies are there but not according to the population. Then our biggest problem nowadays, a nuclear weapon. Nuclear weapon, you know very well about the testing of nuclear weapon, the gas leakage. There is also one incident, it is in Madhya Pradesh Bhopal gas incident of leakage of the gas incidents. And most very rare, very generally it is having daily, it is a rail or road accidents. Okay, road or rail accidents. So these all are the causes of disaster. Now, next one, it is the effects. Now if this time this kind of disasters are happen, so what will happen? Definitely there are two losses. One is the life, one loss is life loss, and second one it is the property loss. These two losses, two effect it is on, either on the effect of life, either on the property. So loss of property or loss of uh, property or loss of life. Okay, because of this damage the most of the things are died. Okay, so these are the two effects. Now come on the types of disaster. Generally we know that there are three types of disaster: a natural disaster, another one is man-made disaster, and third one is hybrid. It means both, with the combination of natural and man-made, it is the hybrid. So today only we discuss about the natural disaster. Okay, first of all, the natural disaster. What does mean by the natural disaster? Due to the natural force, what are the natural activities? Either the plate tectonics, either the volcano eruption, earthquake. These all are the natural activities. It is for the balance of the earth. So these natural activities or natural forces are resultant of the natural disaster. Now you know very well about it. What are these? They are namely as earthquake, tsunami. Now what is a tsunami? Earthquake resultant, when the earthquake it is in the ocean, then it is causes tsunami. Flash flood, volcanic eruption, cyclones, floods, drought, tornadoes. So these all are the resultant. These all are the types, natural disaster types, we can say that. Okay, by which the natural disaster occur. So first of all we're talking about the earthquake. First of all we're talking about the earthquake. Now what is this earthquake? When a sudden movement of the earth crust, or we can say that the vibration of the earth surface, it is called the earthquake. Actually it is a very sudden, we cannot assume when earthquake will occur, when earthquake will come. Okay, so that's why the loss of property in life is very high. Now why? Because the earthquakes happens on the fault line. Fault line, I last time I also already told it, the plate tectonics. The earth is made up of with the different plate tectonics. Okay, and there is a line in between. These are the fault lines. Okay, when there is a displacement of this plate, these lines is disturbing, when resultant of it the vibration of earth crust. This is called the earthquake. Okay, now how this earthquake is measured? It is measured by Richter scale. Just like there are different measuring units, na, meter, centimeter, kilometer, same like that for the measurement of earthquake there is a Richter scale. What is the scale? Richter scale. This Richter scale is find or found by an American seismologist. What is the name of this seismologist? Charles Francis Richter. You can find this all name, it is in book. Okay, it is very easy, only you have to understand concept, main points, and there is no need to learn so many things. Okay, there on only two things: the definition of earthquake, when the vibration of earthquake, the Richter scale, it is the measurement unit, and there is also seismograph. I think you have heard seismograph, it is the measurement instrument. Okay, the Richter scale by the Charles Francis Richter, it is invented, this Richter scale. Okay, so actually this earthquake it is in the form of vibration, and this vibration is like that. Okay, in this vibration it is also called just like the waves, na? These are the waves. So that's why it is called the seismic waves. What they are called? Seismic wave. This earthquake, or it is in the form of seismic wave. And because of this seismic wave, now what will happen? If it is on the land there is no problem, but if it is in the under the sea, this is the sea, when the earthquake occur on the seabed, so because of that the vibration is there, and because of the vibration the sea waves are very high, and these high waves are called the tsunami. What is they are called? They are called tsunami. I hope you understand what is the tsunamis. Okay, basically this tsunami word is coming from the Japan. From where it is coming? From Japan it is coming, and its name does its meaning is harbor waves. What does it mean by harbor waves? Harbor, it means the bandargah. Harbor, it means where the ships are we can say there's ship station, okay, where the ships are held on, okay. So harbors waves, it is in the Japan word, and that's why it is called as tsunami. Tsunami, it is a Japanese word, and meaning of harbor waves. Actually, this tsunami is come due to the this is generated by the impulsive displacement of seabed, as I told you, in the seabed, impulsive displacement is a displacement, and because of that the seabed, in the seabed there is a waves, very high waves. Generally the waves are like that, but because of this vibration the waves are very high. Generally the height of these waves, this height of waves of water, how much? From 1 meter, from 1 meter to 30 meter. How much height? 1 meter to 30-meter height. Their height is 1 meter to 30 meter. It means you can understand how much it is that. And if you know about that, there is a one incident, the very high altitude, high meter range tsunami occur. It is on 26th December 2004. It occurs in India, but basically it originates in the Sumatra, okay, Indonesia, near to Sumatra. If this is India, na? So here there is the island Sumatra, and because of that, this coast, the Odisha, that Andhra Pradesh, these all are highly affected area, okay, in India. And because of that, in all over the world, near about 2,27,000 people are died in 12 countries. It is not affected only in India, it affects in the 12 near 12 countries, okay. How many countries? 12 countries. And in India only, near about 10,000 people are died because of this tsunami, which occurs on 26th December 2004. So these are the results of this natural disaster. And there is also one incident, it is in Japan. It is called Tohoku earthquake, which occurs in the 2011, which was very drastical. Okay, on that time, it is also called as a Great East Japan earthquake. What is it called? The Great East Japan earthquake. Why it is called Great East Japan? Because it is in the eastern part, and these earthquake occur in the a magnitude of, as I told you, the magnitude. Generally, the Richter scale is measured from 1 to 10, and it is on the 9.0. Now you can understand how much intensive it is. This earthquake occurs on the intensity of 9.0 Richter scale. Okay, and the area is covered by 70 kilometers. You can understand how much area it covers. It covers 70 kilometers. It is in the east Oshika Peninsula. There's a Oshika Peninsula in Japan, covers that much area. And if I'm talking about its, when the tsunami occurs, because it is also in that, when tsunami is occurs, tsunami waves or tsunami height is generally it is 1 to 30, but here it is the 40.5 meter, as I told na, 1 to 30, but here it is a 40.5 meter waves are there of tsunami. So most of the areas are submerged, most of the peoples are buried in the water. Okay, and near about 15,883 people are died, and 2537 people are missing. Missing means also they are also died, obviously. They are submerged into water and their bodies are not getting, that's why they also died. So near about that much. And that is not enough. There is a nuclear power plant, for the electricity generation, there is a nuclear power plant. It is named as Fukushima. What is it? Fukushima nuclear. Fukushima Daiichi. What? Sorry, it is a Fukushima. Fukushima Daiichi nuclear reactor. It also accidentally leakage. It is leaked, and because of the leaking, what will happen? The nuclear energy is releasing, which is very harmful. Okay, because of the failure of cooling system, because there is a cooling system in this nuclear reactor for maintaining its chain reaction. I think in chemistry you have studied chain reaction. So this cooling system was failure in that Fukushima Daiichi nuclear reactor, and because of that a radiation is releasing, and that's why their near areas are start evacuating, means the peoples are moving from that area because the radiation is spreading. Okay, and near about 20 kilometers area is make it empty. So this is all about these three earthquake, and we understand two events. One, it is in the India, it is in 2000, uh, which is in 2004, and another one, it is the 2011, it is in Japan. So these are two events you have to remember. Next one, we have to understand the preventive measures of earthquake. Preventive, because generally earthquake may occur anytime. So what are the preventive measures we have to take? So generally we have to take some preventive measures. Okay, what are these preventive measures? There are some safety tips. What are the safety tips? So there are two positions, either before the earthquake and after the earthquake. So if before the earthquake, so what we have to do, we have to construct a building according to the earthquake. The foundation should be proper. Second one, you always keep a first aid box at your home. Third one, things, you have to keep a material which is very required, just like a fresh water near about a 3 gallon, or we can say that the 11.4 liter waters at your home. Okay, some food item you have to keep with it, the torch. Okay, why? Because at the time of that, if all the buildings are collapsed, nothing will available. So in emergency you can use these materials. So that's why this is the preparation before the earthquake. Now after the earthquake, after the earthquake, you have to drop down. First of all thing, you have to lay down on the surface. You have to lay down on the surface, or either under the table. Second one, it is the, you have to stay indoor. If you are in the indoor, so you have to move in that place where there is no material which will fall on you, so you have to away from it. Third one is, you have to also stay away from the windows, because if glasses will break down, it will hurts you, so you have to be away from it. Then you have to protect your head from a pillow, or from the any hard surface by which your head will be safe. And if you are outside, if you can reach outside, is a very good thing. If you are not on the very high buildings, 4 floor, 5 floor, 6 floor, if you are on the ground floor, so you have to rush, go out on a ground where nothing will fall on you. So it is a very safe place, and you have to lay down on the surface. Okay, and if you are on the road, in car, any elsewhere, so you have to slow down the speed of the car, and you have to park your car in a plain area where nothing will happen. Okay, so these all are the safety measures by which you can prevent from the tsunami or earthquake. Next one, it is the flash flood. What does mean by the flash flood? Generally, what will happen because of the very heavy rain, either severe thunderstorm, either hurricane, tropical storms, either melting of ice, snow falling, snowfield. So these all are the reasons. But what will happen? Suddenly it will come. The water is coming by this all the incident. The suddenly coming. Okay, and because of that, the water, generally it is in the desert area, because in the hilly regions the water is, the raining is very high, and it will flow in the lower area. So in the lower area, this kind of flash flood is affected. So flash flood is suddenly the water is coming due to the heavy rain or any other reasons. But what are these? There is also one a very badly incident which is held on in 2013, which is in Uttarakhand, in India, Uttarakhand, which is in Himachal Pradesh region. Okay, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh region. What will happen? There is a flash flood, which is a cloud burst, which is due to the cloud burst. Generally, we call it Badalo ka Fatna, but does not mean the Badalo ka Fatna or the cloud burst. It means the some clouds are bursting. It means a heavy rain, a very heavy rainfall. All the clouds are give its water. Okay, the raining is in a particular place. This is called the bursting, but there is no such bursting like a balloon. Okay, so a heavy rainfall, it is called the cloud burst. So because of that, there is a devastating flash flood and landslides in this area, which is in the Uttarakhand. Okay, so this is the reason. Because of that, Uttarakhand incident was happened. near about, according to the government, how much? 5784 people are missing, and near about 1000 people are reported died, but it is a data given by the government, but still people are talking about that it is too much high. And near about uh, most of the bridges, most of the roads, they are completely damaged, the way it is completely closed. Because of that, near about 70,000 pilgrimage are caught in that area. In that mean, it is not handled by the local government, so that's why it is called army. The army helped, army, Indian Air Force, the paramilitary troops, they all are helped for this. Okay, so these all are the incident in this Uttarakhand incident. So about 75% more rainfall. How much rainfall? 375% more rainfall. Generally, that we can say that the 100%, but here it is a 375% more rainfall. Why? Because of the, there is a Chorabari Chorabari Glacier, which is on the height of near about 3800 meter, and there is a erupting of the Mandakini River. The Mandakini River is coming from Mandakini River is coming from above, and this glacier both. Because of that, the heavy flash flood is coming in the lower area, because the most of the region is mountainous region, and in the lower area this glacier is along with it. Okay, and then what will happen? These flash floods, this heavy flash flood near the Govind Ghat. Here there is a Govind Ghat, Kedar Dham, or the Rudraprayag or Uttarakhand. Okay, because there is a river is joining here. So because of that, these all the persons those they are here, they are completely submerged into the water, and it is a very deadly incident was happened. So this is all about the Uttarakhand incident. You have to remember about this incident. Now there's also some preventive measures. What are these preventive measures? First of all, you have to evacuate. If you find, if there are some warnings, the warnings are given by the TV channels, radio, or net, or by any elsewhere. If they are talking about that, if sorry, they are talking about that a flash means chances of the heavy rainfall, the chances of heavy rainfall, so you have to rush, you have to evacuate from that place. You cannot take it as lightly. Okay, we will see. Okay, first of all, you have to evacuate, we have to move it out. Second thing, as we have already studied in the earthquake, you have to keep a material with you, like a food, drinking water, a flashlight, so if it is an emergency you can use it. Second one, if there is any electrical appliances at you, if you are in the house, if you are, so you have to switch off, because there are chances of the electric shock. Okay, then you have to avoid individual, you have to keep in a group, so you can help each other. Okay, and then continuously monitoring the radios and television, so by which you can take a proper awareness. Okay, so these all are the things. After that, there are some initiatives taken by the government of India. What are the things? The government of India is forecasting warnings from media, radio, televisions, and they also talk about the wetlands must be retained. Wetlands, it means where the water can be retained. Okay, deforestation should be prohibited, because the forest is the important part. If the forest is not there, the landslide is very heavily. Because of the landslides, most of the peoples are buried into the material. And these all are the initiatives taken by the for the dams, and for the construction properly, planning properly. So these all are the initiatives taken by the government. So this is all about the chapter, which is very easy chapter. Only you have to remember this 2 3 incident, which is also very easy. It is like in a story form. So I hope you understand this lecture. And this time you have to a new thing for the examination. In first term examination, you have to give a objective type questions. You have to attempt objective type questions. So be prepared for it. We will give you. I will give you objective type simple questions, so you can do practice of it. After that, in the first time examination, you can do in a exam in objective form. Okay, so just be prepared for it. So each event is thing you have to keep in mind, which I already told, the data which I already told you. So I hope you understand this lecture. If not, you can ask me in comment. Thank you so much